Howdy, howdy. Thought I'd come straight out of the trunk with this one. Nice sunny day going here. It is quite a few things. A couple of them I'm just going to throw right on the ground and take a picture of. I'll show you what those are. One guy here, this bear, looks to be potentially a one-of-a-kind bear made by somebody signed and then brought to Walt Disney World and sold there maybe during a convention. Then I got a bunch of clothes here. This one is something that's interesting. Yadro, I guess. I learned it on watching another video, Robin Hood of Goodwill video. I got one of those, so I wouldn't have known that hadn't I been watching videos, so keep watching videos. And then it looks like it's between $50 and $75. I'll show a comp of that. I'll show a few more comps of some of the clothes, some kind of interesting things. This here is the thing that I'm just going to throw on the ground. I'm just going to do it now and show how I'm making the listing. It's a bunch of macrame plant hangers. I'm just going to literally throw them all right on the ground and take a picture right out of my trunk. Just a bunch of various sizes, bunch of beaded plant hangers, macrame beaded plant hangers, bunch of them. They're a little bit messy, so I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone sort of thing by getting the listing right now. Again, beaded plant hangers. Get them on the ground. And I'll show you what I'm doing here. Switch. Just putting them right on the ground. Going to take a picture just like that, and I'm going to list them for $125. A couple of, like I showed you, the game for the kids. Tula's been collecting Garfield, so I got a couple books, kids books. One for Lucas to look at about comic strips, I think. Little game for Lucas there. Exploding Kittens, he's been talking about it. Models, I'll show comps of those later when I show everything. This guy I kind of just liked. It's a hickory shirt co. Kind of just thought it looked like it might be comfortable. I might wear that. But here's the pile of other stuff. There's some Key double knees, some Carhartt double knees, some Orange Tab Levi's, some Carhartt pants on the bottom there, and then some double knee overalls, a few vintage t-shirts. But I thought I'd just get kind of a quick overview, and I'll show a few of the things and comps on the other things. Okay, so I have everything out of the car and into the dining room. That's almost everything. The macrame has been listed. I think I have it at $125 right now. This bear is the most interesting part, but aside from the bear, pretty sure with the macrame, there's about $400 in value here, not including the mystery bear. So I'll set the camera down and show everything just like a normal, kind of like a normal haul, I guess. Someone gave this to me in the thrift. Thank you. This is the vintage Logo 7 hat. It's probably $25 to $35 in value. Probably a quick 25. Might have to wait a little while for 35. Maybe, because probably we'll have to wait a little while because I'm probably going to list it for 45 or 55. I've seen some of the others, and the ones that sell are the ones that are in good shape. This one's a little bit dusty, so I'll run some tape across to clean it up. But should be at least $25 in value. Just set things down and make another mess. Patagonia swim trunks. They probably could sell for $20. I'm probably going to wear them though, because I've been looking for some swim trunks. I'll just quick go through kind of everything. This is just a model. I think it's a $10 bill. It's new in the thing. The box is a little beat up, but there are people that really like model stuff. And I'll just quick show you these other models. This is people. Someone will like that. It's new, $10. This is some sort of infantry cannon type thing. And I looked it up. It should be $20. But I'll just call it 10 to be conservative. So we're at about $30 so far in terms of what I've showed. Or no, with the hat, we're at about 60, I guess. Call it 55. That kind of almost pays for everything. With this, I think it pays for everything. I'm only going to call this $10, but it's vintage billboard signs for model train enthusiasts and or the other models that I've shown you. So basically when they build themselves a big table, whole big train set and everything, sometimes they'll have billboards, and this is a bunch of different billboards. There's probably at least 20 here between these bigger ones and then these. So cart is paid for. Value of cart is already there. I've been taking chances on copper lately. This is just a copper nesting mixing bowl. There's 3 from what I've looked up. The brand is ODI. I'm going to call this another $10. I'll list it for, I'll probably list it for 20 and just hope to get 10 for it. Someone's missing the middle one. I think it's the middle one or the small one. I'm not totally certain. But this is the kind of stuff that people hang and when they are displaying like primitive stuff. I've showed other copper stuff in the past. This is the only toy I bought. Little Dragon Ball Z guy. I went for weight this time because I had a bunch of stuff. One of the things I grabbed is this military jacket. It's got some writing on the back. Just has a good look about it. It's got stains on it, and it's in faded areas, but it's in pretty solid shape for its age. It is the cold weather permeable. It's got the liner on it. I think I saw listings around $45, $55. I'll call it 25 just to be conservative. It should be 25. Pair of stonewashed Levi's orange tabs, 33, 34, in really good shape. They are creased, so I'll have to wash that crease out of them basically on the front. But for the most part, a $20 bill right there. I'll show these guys. Carhartt, nice faded blue. They're not double knees, but they're still probably a $20 bill at least. They're that faded blue canvas carpenter carpenter model. See the pocket on the side there? That's at least a $20 bill. Pair of Carhartt overalls. If I wanted to be cool, I would wear these ones because they have a very good paint splatter look going. That should be at least $20. I'm being conservative on, the kind of trendy stuff or whatever. This is a pretty cool shirt. I don't think it's big enough for me, but I would wear it if it were big enough. Just a little doing my best. Little Bible verse down there. Cool vintage colors on a Fruit of the Loom tag. I'll throw it in some Oxy, brighten it up. I'll get that shirt out to somebody that'll love it. Here's a little Y2K Grumpy dwarf ringer tee. I'll call that $10. Let's see, what are we at? We were at about 60, 70, 60, call that 85, 95, 100, 120, 140, 150, 160. Going $10 on these t-shirts. Here's a surfboard one, 90s. Again, throw it in some Oxy, brighten it up, get a couple of those stains out, but it's a cool surfboard graphic. Right there, we're at about 200, let's say. Nice little Flight hoodie. Flight on the back spell out. In pretty good shape. Might see if one of the kids wants that, but otherwise I think it's about 20 bucks. Might have to wait for that one to sell or whatever, but that's okay. It's in good shape and it's got a cool pattern on it. Pair of Polo Ralph Lauren. I guess I would call those athletic pants, but big spell out, bright blue, very clean, good shape. And then we got the Key double knees. So I might have started saying at the beginning, I think there's about $400 here. After going through it, I'd be conservative and say 300. So I'll probably put in the video 50 into 300 along those lines. But the mystery here really is this bear. This bear is probably one of a kind. This bear is sitting on, I'll show good. This bear is sitting on a big box. That the box is on a rocking chair. The rocking chair is on a box and it is powered by this little switch. I took some video, I'll try and put it in, of this thing rocking. But it's so neat for the person that loves this kind of thing. And the reason I say it's one of a kind is because on the little wooden box that is built especially for this, it says that the creator was Joan C. Mitchell, Family Tree Bears. I looked this up, and there's a few bears that are pretty expensive that are from that same maker. So they did quite a bit of work looking at this. Made for Walt Disney World Teddy Bear Convention 1990. They were pretty serious. And this was probably sold there to somebody and then was in their collection for a while. Some of the others that I see of this artist are, and it is signed on the arm here, and the bear itself is posable and movable from the chair. It's signed here by the maker, 1990. I do have it listed. Some of the other sales of much smaller, less elaborate bears are sold between $50 for the very simple bears, all the way up to some being listed that are just signed, not elaborate or anything, that are just signed, being listed for $650. And then the ones that are listed for $650, they don't seem like one of a kinds, because one of them even says like 17 of 50 or something like that. So this is, to me, this just screams of being one of a kind, probably made to be the special something or other at this event, and someone bought it. You know, no idea what these sorts of things go for, like at events like that, or did, say, 35 years ago. But it seems like it's pretty special. And for it to be in such good shape, I mean, the detail is even down to she's got her little needle and thread going into the stars that she's putting on. The detail is pretty cool, and the condition is pretty great in that, you know, there's a little bit of yellowing or whatever, but nothing major, especially for the age. A couple stains, again, nothing major, especially for the age. And the fact that it's on a custom built rocking chair and it works still is pretty amazing. The way I go on things like this is I do want to get them onto the people that love them. So whenever I get a view or a watcher, you know, someone that hasn't committed but likes it, or eBay tells me is interested, I start lowering the price. It's just how I do it. I wanted to get it onto the person. I want to get obviously as much money as I can for something, but more than that, I want to get it onto somebody. So oftentimes my items will even go lower than what somebody else thinks they can then resell it for. But ideally, I get it off to a collector and I get the highest amount of money I can for it. This is a mystery, so I don't have it included in my value of what I think my cart is worth. I think my cart conservatively is worth $300 after going through everything now. But this bear will be on top of that $300. And it looks like it could be some amount that is really good for what I paid for it. I paid $15. And I am going to please like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. Check out my eBay. I'll try to remember to put it in the listing. I keep forgetting to do all that kind of stuff, like say like and subscribe or put my things that connect to my other things. I keep forgetting all that. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you like this kind of stuff. If you do, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.